Alright, let's dive deep into Rome Odun's journey as he heads into his second NFL season, because that's often when the real breakout happens for players, especially skilled positions like wide receivers and running backs. The rookie year in the NFL can be brutal. It's a steep learning curve filled with physical demands, mental adjustments, and navigating a complex playbook. While there are exceptions who explode onto the scene right away, the majority of players take that sophomore leap to show what they're really made of. Now, Rome recently shared some insights about his transition from college football to the pros, and it's clear that the mental side of the game has been a major focus for him. He explained how the NFL is an entirely different beast compared to college football, not just in terms of speed and physicality, but also the intricacies of route running, timing, and reading defenses. He mentioned how the windows to get open are different. The pace is faster, and the playbook is more complex, requiring a whole new level of football IQ. After completing a full season, he feels more comfortable and confident, able to play freely, because he understands where he needs to be and when. That might sound like a small detail, but in reality it's huge. Being in the right spot at the right time consistently is what separates good players from great ones. When you think about the draft process, a lot of attention goes to measurable traits. Height, arm length, speed, vertical jump, hand size, and so on. Those physical attributes are important, no question, but what can be easily measured is how quickly a player can mentally adapt to the NFL. College offenses often run simplified schemes where players might get a hand signal from the sideline, snap the ball, and just execute a single play without a lot of pre-snap communication or adjustments. The NFL, on the other hand, is filled with complex route concepts, option routes, and multiple reads. The language and terminology alone can be overwhelming for rookies, so even the most physically gifted players need time to adjust to that. The mental load. Rome Odun was never in question when it came to his physical tools. Standing 6'2" and weighing around 210 pounds, he has a solid frame and excellent athleticism. He was a standout route runner in college and demonstrated a knack for making contested catches, something that's highly valued at the pro level. Still, last season as a rookie, there were moments when it seemed like he and his quarterback weren't always on the same page. That's pretty common when you have a rookie QB and a rookie receiver trying to develop chemistry while adjusting to the speed and complexity of the NFL game. There were some plays where routes didn't quite match up or reads were off. For example, there was a moment late last season, a 4th and 15 situation, where the quarterback threw a deep comeback route to the sideline, but Rome ran a post instead. Plays like that highlight how much timing and communication matter, and those things usually come with experience or more time working together in practice. Despite those hiccups, Rome showed flashes of his ability to be a reliable target. He still finished his rookie year with solid numbers. Over 50 catches, more than 700 yards, and 3 touchdowns, in an offense that was far from perfect and led by a rookie quarterback facing his own challenges. His contested catch rate is particularly impressive. In college, he caught about 75% of contested balls, which are those 50-50 throws where the defender has just as good a chance to intercept or knock the ball away. Last year, as a rookie, he maintained a similar rate, catching around 72% of those contested throws. That speaks volumes about his ability to compete and win battles against defenders, even at the highest level. Physically, Rome has been putting in the work to get even stronger, especially focusing on his upper body strength. He talked about how that's crucial for dealing with the grabbing and physicality that receivers face in the NFL. Something that's not always obvious on TV, but makes a huge difference when trying to hold position or break free from tight coverage. He's added lean muscle and shed some fat to maximize his conditioning and physical readiness. Watching him during off-season workouts and minicamps, he looks smooth and confident, showing signs that he's ready to take that next step. On the mental side, the plan is to fine-tune his route running and build better chemistry with his quarterback. Last year, he and the rookie QB had their ups and downs, which is understandable. Building that trust and timing takes time, especially when you factor in an offensive system that's still evolving and a coaching staff trying to install a more complex scheme. With a new offensive coordinator known for his football IQ and creativity, Rome is in a better position to succeed than he was as a rookie. Looking ahead, expectations are high. Rome was a top 10 draft pick for a reason, and teams invest that kind of capital hoping the player becomes a consistent weapon and eventually a leader on offense. It's realistic to expect a significant jump in production this season, potentially pushing past the 700 yards he had last year, and maybe even cracking the 1,000-yard mark if everything clicks. There's also speculation about whether Rome could eventually become the team's #1 receiver. While veteran players still have roles, Rome's combination of size, skill, and contested catch ability gives him the tools to take on that role if he continues to develop. Of course, competition in the receiver room is fierce. Other players are also working hard to earn targets and snaps, which means Rome can't rest on what he did last season. He has to keep improving, not just physically, but mentally and in his route running nuance to separate himself. The offensive staff seems confident in his potential, and from the outside looking in, it's easy to trust that this group can put him in the right positions to succeed. In short, Rome Odun's rookie year was a solid foundation, and everything points to a big leap in his sophomore season. His physical traits, contested catch prowess, and work ethic are all there. Now it's about translating that into consistent production on game day, building chemistry with his quarterback, and navigating the mental demands of an NFL offense. If he does that, we could be looking at one of the better wide receiver stories of the year. As Rome Odun prepares for the upcoming season, it's clear that the challenges he faces extend well beyond physical preparation. The NFL is a league where mental toughness and the ability to adapt quickly to evolving situations are just as important as speed and strength. Rome understands this deeply, and from his comments and interviews, it's apparent that he has embraced the mindset required to thrive in professional football. One of the aspects he's focused on intensely during the offseason is film study. The importance of film in the NFL cannot be overstated. Players spend countless hours breaking down game footage, not only of themselves, but of their teammates and opponents. For Rome, this means analyzing how opposing defensive backs react to his routes, identifying tendencies in coverage, and understanding how to exploit mismatches. This level of preparation is new compared to college, where film study is rigorous but often less detailed and less frequent. In the NFL, the margin for error is razor thin, so being able to anticipate what a defender will do based on subtle cues is a skill that can make the difference between a reception and an incompletion. Rome has mentioned how he spends hours with the coaching staff and analysts going over coverage schemes, route combinations, and adjustments he might need to make on the fly. This intellectual investment in his craft is what separates players who simply have physical gifts from those who become true professionals and consistent playmakers. Another area where Rome is making strides is his understanding of the team's offensive philosophy. The transition to a pro offense isn't just about learning plays. It's about grasping the bigger picture, the purpose behind each route, how individual plays fit into the overall game plan, and how to adjust to different defensive looks. Rome has shared that this deeper understanding allows him to be more creative and confident when running routes. Instead of just following a predetermined path, he's learning when and how to improvise based on the situation. For example, if he notices a cornerback dropping back too far, he might shorten his route and sit down in a soft spot in the zone coverage. Alternatively, if the defense is playing tight man coverage, he knows when to use his physicality to break free or when to create separation with sharp cuts. This level of nuance is critical for wide receivers, especially in a league where defensive coordinators are constantly innovating to take away an offense's strengths. Rome's ability to adapt mid-play is becoming more polished, and coaches are encouraging him to trust his instincts more, knowing that with experience, those instincts will become more reliable. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A new wave of speculation is sweeping through the NFL as rumors circulate about a potential fallout between Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson and star running back DAndre Swift. Sources close to the team suggest that Johnson has reportedly conveyed a clear message to Swift: "You won't play for me anymore," While no official statements have been made by the Bears organization, the whispers around the league hint at a dramatic shift in the Bears' backfield and possibly the future of one of their most talented offensive weapons. DAndre Swift, known for his explosive running style and ability to break tackles, has been a key figure in the Bears' offensive strategy since joining the team. However, tension seems to have built up between the player and the coaching staff, particularly with Johnson. This rumored rift has sparked endless debate among fans and analysts alike. Is this a result of differences in philosophy, performance issues, or off-field dynamics? The precise reasons remain shrouded in mystery, but the implications are significant. If Johnson's words are anything to go by, Swift's days with the Bears could be numbered. Such a scenario would send shockwaves through the franchise, forcing management to reconsider their roster and draft plans. For a player of Swift's caliber, who has shown flashes of brilliance and the potential to be a franchise cornerstone, the prospect of being sidelined or even traded is a startling development. Speculation also grows around what this could mean for the Bears' offensive approach next season. Without Swift in the backfield, the Bears would need to look elsewhere for their ground game leader, potentially promoting a younger talent or even pursuing a trade or free agent acquisition. Meanwhile, Swift's own future remains uncertain. Would he accept a reduced role elsewhere, or could this lead to a high-profile trade that shakes up the NFL landscape? Fans and pundits are eagerly awaiting official confirmation or denial, but in the meantime, the rumor mill continues to churn. One thing is clear, the relationship between Ben Johnson and DAndre Swift is at a critical juncture. Whether this tension will result in a dramatic split or a behind-the-scenes reconciliation remains to be seen. What's certain is that the Chicago Bears franchise is on the brink of a potentially game-changing decision that could reshape their team dynamics for years to come. As the NFL offseason progresses, keep an eye on Chicago, where the whispers of discord may soon turn into headlines. The Bears locker room drama could be just the beginning of a major shakeup that will keep fans talking well into the next season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.